Now we'll go to Sheldon Deal. Sheldon Deal met Dr. Goodheart in 1970. And it was a great story. Sheldon talks about this, where he was at a meeting in Los Angeles at the LA Chiropractic College. And it was I guess he had graduated from there and he was coming back for homecoming. And they brought in this Dr. Goodheart to present to the students. And Goodheart said, I want to demonstrate how jamming the sagittal suture can weaken the abdominal muscles. Now, Deal, who had previously been crowned Mr. Arizona in bodybuilding, laughed when Goodheart asked him to come to the stage to demonstrate this phenomena. I mean, he was totally ripped back then, you know, six-pack and all. He could do 60 sit-ups in 60 seconds, and Goodhart's saying he can weaken his abdominal muscles. So what even got him more insulted was Goodheart brought someone up to catch Dr. Deal when he would go flying off the table. Well, it turned out Goodheart jams his sagittal sutures and he says, okay, hold. First he establishes they're strong and he jams the sagittal sutures and he says, all right, hold. And boom, Deal goes flying off the table. And he told me I was really glad that he had the guy come up to catch me. Well, Sheldon, similar to Dr. Thie, was so impressed by this system that he said, I've got to study this. So he started following Goodheart around, and he was one of the original people that formed the Dirty Dozen. Those original, there was actually 20. Sheldon gave me the names of these 20 or 21 people, but they called them the Dirty Dozen. So he was there at the beginning when they were having these meetings, and he's the only living legend of that original group still with us. So it's great to have his information. So he went on to develop shortcuts, and that's where his legacy stands. See, he found that, especially with AK, and I remember when I was studying with Goodheart back in '82, there's so much information and so many different protocols and systems, and how do you know what to do when? Well, he developed his AK shortcuts. He said that there's a certain way to establish a priority, for you that know the priority mode. He said that 80% of things you find are compensations. And so in the case of compensations, if you fix it, either you can't fix it when you try, or it won't stay fixed. But when you fix the priorities, other compensations will fix themselves, or you also can have them evolve as priorities. So he was also very close to John Thie, and he told me that his family, his boys and daughter would go on ski trips with the Thie's family, and they were very close, and he became not only the third chairman of the ICAK, he also was the foundation, Touch for Health Foundation's first vice president, and presented at all but 2 of the meetings of Touch for Health over a 40-year span. So yes, he's made quite a tremendous contribution, and he told me that when he was teaching around the country, and I think it was Yoka Brower came to a seminar in New York, and he didn't really want to go abroad, but she said, hey, would you come over to Netherlands and teach? And he says, well, okay, if you give me this much money, thinking she'll turn him down because it's too much money. She says, okay, come on over. Well, he started there, and he ended up traveling to 17 countries over his career, including 20 appearances in England, 12 in Australia, and 6 in Russia. And him and his beloved wife, Cindy, logged 3 million miles spreading the gospel of applied kinesiology. So he's one that is considered the traveling prophet of AK. So for you in other countries, you were probably influenced by what he did throughout Europe and Australia and many other countries. So we owe a lot to him. He told me that he would ask, Deal would ask Dr. Goodheart, where did all your brilliant ideas come from? And Goodheart told him, there's a little man sitting on my shoulder speaking to me. And what we're aware, and just Goodheart was so brilliant, is he was tapped in to genius and information that would just come to him intuitively. And so he was really amazing that he could come up with all these discoveries and then give this gift out to all of us, amazing us with his knowledge. And now we have the seed that we can plant and spread around the world. But I've found so much of what I do comes from his shortcuts. He makes things clear, easy, and simple to follow. So another thing I want to mention is I'm writing a book, very close to being done. If you like a free copy of the ebook of that, you can also email me at john@kinesiologyinstitute.com. And I will just say I'd like the book when it's available, or just put in the subject line, free book, and I'll send that to you. It has a lot of the information that we covered today of history, but it's also a primer on muscle testing of ways you can use that in various capacities. Thanks for watching this video, and be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more great content. And be sure to check out kinesiologyinstitute.com, where you can see all the courses we offer, both online as well as in person, to really advance your skills. Until then, God bless and be well.